So here we are back at England's Urca base in Rio, 3 days before the game against Uruguay and Sao Paulo, the must-win game. With me is John Cross, the Mirror's back page man, the man who actually sets the agenda for Mirror Sport day after day, week after week. He's our #1 news getter. John, what do you make of the England mood at the moment? Where do you think we are?
I think it's been really positive, actually, really positive, very strong. I think they played very well. I think they're up against an Italian team who are much more developed at this stage. I think they're just better than us at this particular time. But I thought England were really positive, really strong. I thought they attacked well. I think they've got to find a better balance for me, because I thought too many times the left back Leighton Baines was exposed by obviously having no protection in front of him. Is the midfield shape right? I think we still need to find an answer where to get the best out of Rooney, to get the best out of him working with Sturridge, for example. So I think there's still a few tactical tweaks to be worked upon. But I actually think the mood is optimistic despite the defeat moving forward to Uruguay. I think there's a great deal of hope and optimism for that game.
I mean, my view is that if he's going to make a change, it will be tactical. But just a tweak with Rooney at 10, Sterling probably going right, Welbeck going left to give more protection for Baines. Do you think that's enough, or do you think maybe you should consider an extra body in midfield, maybe a Wilshere or a Milner?
Well, I do actually think we should maybe look at going a 4-3-3 potentially. I think it would be such a shame really also to lose Sterling, I think. I think Sterling was England's best player on the night, and I think he was most influential from central midfield. Obviously, you look at Wayne Rooney's record for England, particularly under Hodgson, it's outstanding throughout qualifying as well. He's a big game player, yet to score in a World Cup finals though. I think it's about finding that balance, and maybe a 4-3-3 with an extra man in midfield, being able to keep the ball a little bit better. I think is one way to go at it. I think it would be such a shame to lose Sterling from that system.
The other thing I thought they're watching that Uruguay game against Costa Rica is if you run at them, they give a free kick away because they can't tackle. They're poor defensively. And then when you deliver the ball into the dead ball area, they couldn't defend it at the back post. And we've got such aerial strength in Jagielka and Cahill. We've got delivery from Gerrard and others. You know, is there a need to change when a team is possibly more open, more beatable than a cagey but intelligent Italian team?
Yeah, I do think. I mean, I watched the Uruguay-Costa Rica game in the press room beforehand, and I thought Uruguay were hopelessly exposed defensively. I think they're there to be get at. I think they're obviously great forwards. I'm sure they'll take a chance on Suarez, even if he's half fit to play against England. We worry about him, we worry about Cavani, but I think defensively they're very, very weak. And I think Costa Rica exposed that with some power and pace. And I think that's what England need to get, really, some power and pace to really unlock it, get behind them. And I think in Welbeck and in Sturridge, they certainly had that against the Italian, Sterling as well. And I think if England can utilise that, they'll find holes and they will score goals.
I have to say, I absolutely agree with John. I looked at the way England played on Saturday and thought if they play like that against Uruguay and Costa Rica, they will win these two games. They're more than good enough. In this World Cup so far, half the teams have lost because every game's been won. Some of those teams are going to go through. They're bound to. They're the best teams in the group. I think England are one of the two best teams in this group. I think England, if they play that they can, will win against Uruguay, win against Costa Rica. They'll be in the knockout stage. And then we'll see what happens. John Cross and Martin Lipton back at Urca for mirror.co.uk.